Hello, welcome to this tutorial on Must Get Out by Maroon 5 off of Songs About Jane, this album right here. This is part of a larger project that I'm doing where I take an album that I like and I just make a bunch of content about it, including covers and tutorials and podcasts and things of that nature. So this is part of that. This week I'm doing Songs About Jane. Next time around I'll be doing a different album. So with that said, let's go ahead and get into Must Get Out by Maroon 5. This is a good one. Honestly, this whole album is pretty great. But this is a fun one because it has a lot of it has this walk down that's very characteristic of this album. There's going to be some bar chords in here. If you're on the beginner side, this is going to challenge you. If you know how to play guitar, then you'll be perfectly fine. This is a fun one. So you start off in the key of G, is the key that this song is in. So you go G, and then you walk it down to a D with an F sharp in the bass. And what that looks like for anyone who's doesn't know how to do that, you do a D regular right here, and then you can reach around with your thumb to play that F sharp, the second fret of the low E string, or you can even play it with your index finger and you leave this high E string open. That's actually how you play Thinking Out Loud by Ed Sheeran. But that's a different song. So play a D, you reach around with your thumb, or you just play that F sharp, and what that's doing is, again, you're walking the bass note down from here. And then we go to an F, to a C with an E in the bass. And so you just play a C, but you just play a C chord, but you also play this E open. Now for this F, if you can't do a bar chord, let me show you something really cool, really quick, for how to think about bar chords and other ways to do them. So bar chords are just based off of the E and A shapes. So if you want to play an F, what you do is you play an E, but you play it with these three fingers. And so play an E major, put your middle finger on the first fret of the G string, and then your pinky and ring finger on the E and D strings. And your index finger is just left hanging. So what you do is you take this E shape, you move it up half a step, so one fret, and then you can reach around with your thumb to play that first fret on the low E string, and your index finger can play the first fret of the B string. And this is literally the exact same thing as the bar chord. The only difference is you're not playing anything on the open E, on the E string, the high E. And so you can go from here, from this D, with the F sharp, move that thumb down, and then you play a C with an E in the bass. And then all you do from here is you add your percussion, and it's very muted in the beginning, this intro. It's right here with the fleshy part of your hand. You rest that right here on the bridge. And you just kind of let it ring under your palm, like that. Instead of you don't stop it completely, but it's like ringing against you. And so you just go downstrokes, walk it down to the F, to the C, and back around. I've been the needle and the thread, weaving figure eights and circles round your head. I try to laugh but cry instead, patiently wait to hear the words you've never said. And that's the intro, the verse, even the pre-chorus. And so you go, fumbling through your dresser drawer for the pre-chorus, forgot what I was looking for, try to guide me in the right direction. It's the same chords. Making use of all this time, keeping everything inside. And coming into the chorus from the pre-chorus, you kind of open up a little bit more your strumming pattern, and so it's not as muted. It's kind of listen to you cry. Because when we come into the bridge, we're gonna explode into it. You're gonna go, I'm lifting you up, and then here it does change. So now let's get into the chorus. The chorus, you go G, I'm lifting you up, to the F, I'm letting you down, to an E minor, I'm dancing till dawn, to a C, I'm fooling around, So this part, the chorus, the chords move around a lot, a lot more than the other parts of the song. It's not like the cleanest loop. It moves around a lot. So you go, I'm lifting you up, I'm letting you down. E minor, I'm dancing till dawn. C, I'm fooling around. And then you go G, I'm not giving up. To this D with the F sharp in the bass. I'm making your love. And then you go to an A minor. This city's made us crazy. To the C, and we must get out. And then you go back into the intro verse chords where you're just walking down the bass note. F to the C. And you go into the second verse. Now, the chorus, you might have to write that down to memorize it or something, but because again it goes, I'm lifting you up from G to F, I'm letting you down to the E minor, to the C, and then it's not the same the second time around. You go G, walk it down to the D over F sharp, I'm making your love, A minor, up to the C. City's made us crazy and we must get out. And now you do the verse. So with that, let's go ahead and practice playing through the second verse all the way through to the second chorus, and then we'll get to the bridge momentarily. So again, we're going to go G with the D over F sharp, to the F, to the C with the open E. Oh, this is not goodbye, she said. It is just time for me to rest my head. She does not run, she runs instead, up these jagged streets and into my bed. Oh, I was fumbling through your dresser drawer, forgot what I was looking for, try to guide me in the right direction. Making you serve all this time, keeping everything inside, close my eyes and listen to you cry. And we go explode into the chorus. We go G, F, I'm lifting you up, E minor, I'm letting you down, to a C, I'm dancing till dawn, I'm fooling around, loop it back around, you go D over F sharp, I'm A minor, love, this city's made us crazy and we must get out, to the C. If you're able to do that, you've freaking got it. If not, it's okay, just rewind, take it slower, and that chorus, it might take a couple run-throughs to get it down. But so from the first chorus, you go back into the second verse, right, into the instrumental. But for here, coming out of the second chorus you go, this city's made us crazy and we must get out. You go straight into the bridge. So you go D from here. There's only so much, to the E minor, I can, A minor, do for you, to the C. Again, that's D, E minor, A minor, C on the first time through. And the second time through it goes, after all the things you've... So it goes D, E minor, and then here it goes to the F. Put me through. And then you hang out here on the F and let that ring. And then you go back into the chorus. So again, the bridge, you go here out of the chorus. This city's made us crazy and we must get out. D, there's only E minor, so much A minor can do for you, to the C. Loop it back around to the D, E minor, another F. You've put me through, and let it ring. Oh, to the chorus. I will show you a few other tips right here real quick. Again, for this bridge, you go A minor, the city's made us crazy, to the C. The bridge starts on a D, but you're coming from the D, but you're coming to the D from a C. Another way you can do this is you can play the C chord, you take that same shape and you move it up 1, 2 frets, and then you strum that. That is also a D major, so you can just hear it. it's all the same notes that are there. They're just stacked a little bit differently. That means that it's all the same notes, they're just rearranged in a different order. And so this is another way that I'll actually typically play it. Because like you're already here, you might as well just move it up, you know? And so this city's made us crazy and we must get out. Move it up. There's only so much I can do for you. Move back up. Oh, after all the things you've put me through. And even here, for going to this E minor, you can go, there's only, you can move this E minor, you can play it up here. And so what this is, you're doing the exact same thing. You're playing the same shape, you move it up 1, 2 frets, take your pointer finger off, and then you're going to put your pointer finger on the 5th fret of the D string. And so your middle finger is going to come off. So you play these 2 fingers. And you strum everything. That's an E minor. And so you can go from here, coming out of the chorus, you can go D, there's only, to the E minor, so much I can do for you, right? A minor, back to the C, move it up. After all, to the E minor, all the things you've, to the F, put me through. Whoa. So there you go, you have some options, different ways you can play that. The more you know. These are kind of things that you learn after playing for a while, I guess. And my pleasure to be able to teach them to you. And that's pretty much the basics of this song. It might take some getting used to because it's not like the same thing every single time, which I appreciate about this album as a whole. It's musically, it's interesting and keeps you engaged. It's not just like a 4-chord song that plays the same thing for the entire thing. It's different and it changes up and it keeps you engaged. And so I appreciate that about this song and this album as a whole. And so because of that, it might also take a few run-throughs to get it down. But with that said, that's all I got for you. Just practice. Again, it's musically interesting, this whole album is, and this is part of a larger thing where I'm doing several covers and tutorials about this album. And yeah, it'll be cool. So let me know if you have any questions, comments, concerns. Leave them in the comments below. And that's all I got for you. So that said, thank you very much, and hopefully I'll see you around the next one. Let me know if there's any other songs you want to hear. And yeah. All right, toodles. Bye.